A very good afternoon to the respected board members and judges of this hackathon. My name is Atharva Kare and I am from RS College of Engineering, Nasik. My theme for today's contest will be World After Covid-19 in the field of education, and my ID code is ADC194. So, as we all know, interview is an essential thing when you talk about selection process. Irrespective of the fact that from which field you belong, interview knocks your door everywhere. Many of us prepare for interview, which requires a good command over communication skills. For the practice of interview process, I came up with a solution. I have created an interview preparation assistant for the practice of various kinds of interview questions. This is specially designed software with specific answers which are approved by the top platforms across the internet. This software covers around 1000 plus coding and algorithm questions, and it will give you a virtual experience of interview. As of now, this software is only limited for CSC interview practice, but if possible, we can make it available for all fields like many competitive exams such as UPSC and other job interviews. In this, I have covered both technical and non-technical questions. Non-technical questions include some introduction and stress-related questions. These are included to make it real-time experience interview. So, let's start the interview.
Good afternoon, sir.
Tell me something about yourself.
Sure, sir. So, my name is Sarah and I'm 25 years old. I recently graduated with a degree in computer science and I'm really excited about the prospect of this position. I have interned with a few mid-size companies and was able to work closely with their mobile developers. I also have a lot of experience with online code repositories, and I love to contribute as much as I can.
How would people like to describe you?
I would say that people would describe me as a good communicator, because I'm always able to articulate people's needs, whether it be clients or my teammates. I'm able to quickly pick up on subtle hints and nonverbal clues, and I believe this has helped contribute to my success.
What is your greatest strength and weakness?
I think I'm highly motivated and am extremely passionate about developing. I am known for completing projects ahead of deadlines. I take initiative and am always coming up with various ways to solve a problem without needing to wait for direction. I always up to date with the newest trends and am willing to try the latest thing. And I would say my biggest weakness is that I'm a recent graduate and don't have a lot of work experience, but I'm a fast learner and am highly adaptable. I'm up to speed with the latest programming trends and have a fresh perspective. I know I have enthusiasm for the work, and I will bring my strong work ethic and commitment every day.
Tell me what kind of new technical skills you have recently developed.
Since graduating, I've been searching for work and also training myself on artificial intelligence. I have a basic knowledge of AI technology from school, but I thought upgrading my skills would be a valuable investment in my career as an engineer.
Why you are interested in this technology?
Sir, I think I found myself more comfortable and innovative in this field, and as we all know, AI is increasing rapidly, and it has a huge global market to explore.
This technology might take the jobs from us. What do you think?
I think we have to look at this positively, because change is the only constant thing in this universe, and it may take the jobs but can also create new job opportunities in AI field.
How can you say that it will create new opportunities?
I mean that people will understand the value of time if we use this technology, and it may sound difficult to implement this now, but if we look in future it has a lot of scope. If we learned this technology, then everything will be available within the reach of human and it will increase the accuracy and can help the mankind.
Okay, what is your preferred programming language and why?
My preferred programming language is Java, because it is simple and easy to write the language. And the best thing about Java is that it is machine independent and can be written once and run anywhere. Furthermore, Java is a statically typed programming language that makes it faster than other languages. Java considers security as part of its design.
Tell me what is the difference between C and C++ and what you will prefer among them?
C++ supports the object-oriented programming paradigm, while C is based on structured programming. I prefer C++ due to its object-oriented nature but also the fact that almost anything can be built using it.
What is default constructor and conversion constructor?
A default constructor is a constructor that either has no parameters, or if it has parameters, all the parameters have default values. If no user-defined constructor exists for a class A and one is needed, the compiler implicitly declares a default parameterless constructor. A conversion constructor is a single parameter constructor that is declared without the function specifier explicit. The compiler uses conversion constructors to convert objects from the type of the first parameter to the type of the conversion constructor's class.
Tell me what is multiple inheritance and what are its pros and cons.
Multiple inheritance is the process where a subclass can be derived from more than one superclass. Its advantage is that a class can inherit the functionality of more than one base class, but its disadvantage is that it can lead to a lot of confusion when two base classes implement a method with the same name.
What do you understand from SDLC?
SDLC stands for Software Development Life Cycle, is a process that produces quality software products in less time. The stages involved by SDLC are 1. Planning, 2. Analysis, 3. Design, 4. Construction, 5. Testing, and 6. Deployment.
Explain various types of access modifiers.
Default modifier, which is visible to all classes. Private modifier, which is visible to a particular class. Public modifier, which is visible to the world. Protected modifier, which is visible to specific package as well as subclass.
What is the difference between compiler and interpreter?
Interpreter translates just one statement of the program at a time into machine code. Compiler scans the entire program and translates the whole of it into machine code at once. An interpreter takes very less time to analyze the source code.
Tell me what is primary memory.
Primary memory is the central memory of a computer which you can access by using the central processing unit, CPU. It contains information temporarily until the particular process completes its execution.
Can you tell me what is the main difference between thread and process?
Thread is a section of a process, whereas a process is a program within the execution. A process can't have multiple threads, but vice versa isn't possible.
Can you tell me the logic behind snake and ladder game?
Sure, sir. Given a snake and ladder board, find the minimum number of dice throws required to reach the destination or last cell from source or first cell. Basically, the player has total control over outcome of dice throw and wants to find out minimum number of throws required to reach last cell.
You can see the written output
if
here.
the player reaches a cell which is base of a ladder, the player has to climb up that ladder, and if reaches a cell is mouth of the snake, has to go down to the tail of snake without a dice throw. The idea is to consider the given snake and ladder board as a directed graph with number of vertices equal to the number of cells in the board. The problem reduces to finding the shortest path in a graph. Every vertex of the graph has an edge to next 6 vertices, if next 6 vertices do not have a snake or ladder. If any of the next 6 vertices has a snake or ladder, then the edge from current vertex goes to the top of the ladder or tail of the snake. That's all, sir.
How to search a missing number in an array that contains integers from 1 to 100?
To search a missing number in an array which contains integers from 1 to 100, the below steps are followed. Take an integer array with the numbers from 1 to 100. Compute the sum of the numbers. The summation shall be equals L asterisk, L plus 1, slash 2, where L is the number of integers. Perform subtraction of the missing element from the total addition of numbers. In this way you can search a missing number in an array that contains integers from 1 to 100.
What are the time complexities of linear and binary search?
Time complexity of linear search is O, n, and time complexity of binary search is O, log 2n.
Tell me, how does Prim algorithm find a spanning tree?
Prim algorithm treats each node as a single tree and continues to add new nodes to the spanning tree from the given graph.
When does the worst case of quicksort occurs?
It occurs when the picked pivot is an extreme, smallest or largest, element. Usually, When the input array is sorted or reverse sorted, it also leads to the worst case.
If you are using C language to implement the heterogeneous linked list, then what pointer type should be used?
The heterogeneous linked list contains different data types, so it is not possible to use ordinary pointers for this. For this purpose, you have to use a generic pointer type like void pointer, because the void pointer is capable of storing a pointer to any type.
So because of some restrictions of time, I have covered only selective coding and algo questions, but it's having the capacity to answer most of your questions, such as many driven programs in C, C++, Java, and Python language, and some tricky algorithm questions too. For programming questions, the user must have installed dev C++ on his desktop or PC, so that it can redirect and create a solution program for the given problem statement. Same for Java and Python language. Show me a C program to reverse a string using pointer.
Sure, sir. Showing program to reverse a string.
So it's opening dev C++ and here we can see our program. Okay, so the output of program is correct. Tell me, what do you enjoy the most and least about engineering?
I really love the design work in engineering, the face-to-face interaction with clients, and the opportunity to see projects come to life. But if I had to pick one thing that I don't enjoy as much, I would have to say it's contract preparation.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I would like to start out in this role as a junior engineer and master the technical skills necessary to move on to a more senior position. From there, I'd like to assist in major projects and hopefully eventually take on a leadership role in the company.
Okay, tell me your ability to work under pressure.
I keep myself calm and focused with multitasking, while being patient.
How do you handle stress?
I would like to be calm and cool in that situation, and the most important thing is that, don't get run away from that state of mind of situation. First understand the cause of stress and then identify the factors on which the stress reduction is depends. I think in this way I can handle stress.
Can you describe your management style?
I will be constantly keeping tab of assigned work with my subordinates and seniors, finishing the assigned job before deadline.
You don't have enough experience for this position, so tell me, why should we hire you?
Yes, sir, I agree with you that I am a fresher, and don't have that work experience for the position, but I have interned with many corporate companies and appraised my skills. I'm having an experience of this corporate working culture, and everyone is fresher until they gets experience of the field. I think I am a fresher and it will be the biggest advantage for me to learn everything and lose nothing.
So this was all from my side. The interview is over. I hope I've given a promising solution to the problem statement and it will make future impact. Thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions for it, then just comment it out. Thank you.